Hello, Sophie here again. Today I was just pondering about the issue of MS variability from day to day. I know with how I feel, it can change drastically from day to day. Some days I feel pretty good, even after a bad night sometimes. I'll surprisingly feel okay. I might put on some makeup, that doesn't tend to happen very often, which non-MS sufferers that I know, I don't think, when I've said, I can't, I washed my hair today, so I'm not going to put any makeup on because I've already put in, I think, that's quite hard for some other people to understand. But, getting up, getting dressed, being clean and facing the world is always a victory in my book. But in terms of trying to arrange to see friends, I've found that quite tricky because you want to see friends. I've gone through a period of not seeing anyone when the nerve pain was really bad and I didn't know whether I was going to have a nerve pain attack when I'd be out and about, so I tended just to stay at home as much as possible. I just didn't see anyone, and that's a bit depressing and not very sustainable because we all need social contact. And then also, I've had people come to see me, which is really nice and really generous, but then you can't say that's enough now, off you go. And you are enjoying the interaction, so you kind of want to keep going with it, but you've probably exceeded the amount of time you should do, which is, it varies according to the day, it varies between individuals. I find 30 to 45 minutes is a good limit at the moment with what's going on with me currently. But so people coming round to see me, it's lovely, but a neutral territory like a coffee shop is preferable, I think, because you can choose to leave if you want without feeling like you're being rude. And setting expectations ahead of time, just saying, look, I'm only going to be able to do this long at the moment because it's just too mentally fatiguing. And I think non-MS sufferers, well, no, it's not just, it's basically some other people will find that hard to get their heads around because they'll think if you're sitting and chatting, you're resting. And that is not the case for people with MS and I'm sure other neurological conditions. So it's got to be built in. It's not just about physical effort. Anyway, I'd like to talk about my experience of managing energy budgets another day. Yeah, that's it for today.